this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit. My calculations. 1.20 watts. This baby hits 88.
We're SlikRok Productions, and this is my good friend Ned with MTS, and me and this man have traveled some roads together. We've done business for a long time, and I'm a big fan of MTS, as you guys all know that. These guys have done a phenomenal job with our suspension systems over the years, and we're working on something new together.
Yep.
And I'm really excited about this. So these guys come from the dune world, they come from the desert race world, and they've got that dialed into a T. And when we started doing business together, we do a lot of mountain riding, we do a lot of rock crawling, we do a little bit different, but these guys are shock geniuses. And we've spent a bunch of time lately. We've been out on the trails. We're trying some new tunes out, and we're happy to announce that we're coming out with a completely different shock setup for a different style of riding together.
Absolutely. We're trying to merge rock crawling and trail riding. What most of the riding is done up here is up in the mountains and the trails.
Right.
And so we're going to make that as soft as possible. Today we've been messing with different springs, trying to get the right spring rates so we can get full articulation out of the crawling. And as far as the valving goes, we're going to make it super soft.
Right.
We want you and your wife to be able to have hours of riding together and not be sore at all.
And that's really what this is about. And when we spend time out on the trail, the more comfortable you are, the more comfortable your car is to ride in, the more you enjoy your time out on the trail. Nobody wants to get beat up, you don't want to get jarred around, and when you take hits out there, you don't want it to translate through to your body. You want it to be as comfortable as possible. And that's the whole point of this new tune is we know that 90% of people in Utah and in Idaho for that matter do a lot of mountain riding. They do a lot of trail riding, and the tunes that we've done for rock crawling and for mountain riding are very similar because we want the suspension to cycle. We want it to cycle at a certain speed, and we want to maintain the right height in the car so we have adequate clearance, but we want it softer. And so that's what we've been digging into, and the cars are unbelievably comfortable. This is going to open up a whole new genre for the way shocks are getting built, at least here in this part of the United States. And I'm really looking forward to it, and I can't speak enough for MTS. These guys have had our backs through a lot of stuff. We've been through a lot of shock tunes together, and you guys are outstanding.
It's been fun.
It has been fun. It's been a great ride. And these guys, for anybody who has done business with MTS, please chime in because their customer service is second to none. These guys are phenomenal. We were doing an event together. You guys are on your way to Oregon to the UTV takeover, and we were doing an event together yesterday. It is Sunday in our shop right now, and these guys have been out here getting greasy, turning wrenches with us, and putting in the time to make sure this is perfect so we can release it. And we really appreciate that. I appreciate the effort you guys put into this industry, what you do for our friends out there, for your customers out there. And please stay tuned for this new shock tune coming out.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I think we're going to be able to create that tune that is super soft and that's going to allow you to crawl.
Right.
Really, we're going to be able to get it both done with one tune.
And another thing worth mentioning here in this is, although we get a kit together that we believe is perfect, it might not be perfect for everybody else, and that's what these guys do. It isn't a final sell kind of a deal. If your car isn't performing the way you thought it was going to, or a lot of it is also in the information you give these guys. A lot of guys will come to them and be like, we ride hard. We're the hardest rider guys out there. And then it turns out they're not the hardest rider guy out there. And you guys set up suspension for a guy that you believe is just going to drive the hell out of his rig, but it doesn't happen that way. And then they're like, well, it's a little harsher than I want. And so you end up going the other way with it, or the other way. Yeah. You end up getting a guy who says he's a moderate rider and he's crazy. And
We've seen it all.
Right.
We've seen it all. And the best thing that we can do is when you guys call us, when you call SlikRok, when you call MTS, let's talk, let's communicate, let's take the time to really figure out what kind of driving you do. And that way we can tailor fit the suspension for you.
Right.
And that's what this is all about, is getting the driver as comfortable as possible and the driver's passengers.
Right.
So that they're safe. Safe and comfortable.
And that communication is absolutely the most critical part. These guys know shocks. And if you tell them this is how I drive, this is what I do, this is what my car is, they will get it done for you. They will make it ride perfect for you. But if you tell them that you are the next Robbie Gordon to be and you're not, it's probably not going to turn out the way you thought it was. But that is the joy in having a company that answers their phones and has really good customer service. I know that we wouldn't be involved with each other if you guys weren't like that. But you guys don't build a one-size-fits-all shock. Everything is custom to the person, to the car, to their driving ability, their driving style, and the terrain they live in. And that is very unique to you guys, and that is what separates you from the pack as far as I'm concerned. From the day I met you guys, you came to our neck of the woods. And the very first time that we were in the same vicinity, we went and we drove how Kurt drives. And we went out and we found Kurt's trails and what he wants to do. And you're like, all right, I got it. Let's set up your shocks. And that's pretty unbelievable customer service, especially for the time you weren't in Utah at the time. You guys were based out of Phoenix. You guys got in a truck and come up here because you wanted to show us what you were capable of. And we've had a great experience with these guys ever since. They're stand-up guys. So we'll keep you updated in the weeks to come as we've gone through this. But we're planning on the next week or two having this done, ready to go. Absolutely. And so for any of you guys out there who want to go down this road, I encourage you, reach out to us guys at SlikRok. Obviously, reach out to MTS. But if you have questions, PM us, message us. Jake and I will heavily get involved with this. We'll get to know your riding style if we don't know you already, and we'll help point you in the right direction so these guys can do a phenomenal job for you. You will not be disappointed. We'll catch you on the next review.
Take care.